software when you download different free applications. And that software rests on your computer, and it waits. It waits until there's a message from the master computer that tells it what to do. In the meantime, it's studying what sites you're going to. It's looking at the passwords you use to those sites. It's looking at the protocols of how to get into those sites. And it's studying those sites. It's also studying your computer to see where you may have important information.
Unbelievable. So if somebody's reputation gets hacked, how can they be restored? And that must be one heck of a job.
Well, there's two different things. I mean, one is, your own information. But two, the biggest problem today for many politicians, A-list actors, CEOs, businessmen, even small and medium-sized business people are just that. Their reputation gets hacked, meaning there are attacks that occur about them online or their business that are typically done by competitors. In some cases, it can be done by an ex-spouse or a disgruntled lover. And they write a lot of nasty things. And today, you're defined by what Google says you are. So if someone decides that they're going to Google you and they look online and they see you, you want to show up factually accurate. You don't want to show up certainly looking as some of these people may want to construe you, which would be a negative connotation in a negative light, which really doesn't represent you, but it represents the way they want you to be. And so there are businesses that specialize in protecting your reputation, and if you've been attacked, to help you regain your reputation. And one of those companies, the leading company at the high end, and we do this for politicians, we do it for A-list actors, we do it for a lot of the Forbes 100 wealthiest men and women, is called reputationmanagementconsultants.com, which is one of the businesses that you mentioned earlier. And and what we do is we assess your problem, we assess the vulnerability of your reputation, we also assess if you currently have a problem, and we give you a very clear plan to fix it with factual information that can be put on the web that's credible about you, and that factual information supersedes the negative.
Wow. What about these companies that monitor your credit reports, and if there's anything suspicious, they notify you?
Well, there are many different companies that do that kind of a service. What's interesting is that most of those types of monitoring capabilities can be done by yourself at a pretty reasonable rate, because you're allowed to pull a credit report, and you can also subscribe to get a credit report. So, in fact, some have been sanctioned because what they're really selling is something that you can do at no cost to yourself if you know exactly how to do it. Any information about your personal assets and your personal, governmental data is always good to know. I mean, that's a good thing to know. You want to know if someone's messing with you. You want to know if someone's trying to impersonate you. These are important things, as is your reputation. I mean, today we live in this reputation economy. Try to go and date. Try to go and get a loan. Try to go and close a big business deal if someone Googles you and suddenly they see that, you may not be a good person. That's just not going to help you, and many times it can prevent a deal from happening. And so, that's not to say that we take on people that have been convicted of serious crimes or child molestation. We don't touch it, in fact. We have our own compliance division. But if you pass the compliance test, we absolutely will help you.
How often do you come up to with these clients who have been decimated by online lies and online deceit?
We get, I would say between 10 to 20 inbound calls a day.
Whoa.
To reputationmanagementconsultants.com. Absolutely. And they range from the student in college who had a night out with her boyfriend. They were at an event. They decided to take some pictures in a booth where everyone was taking these are, like the old photo booths of days past, but now it's done with video. Well, what they didn't know is that the risque pictures that they took were captured on video and then shared and went public the next day on the internet.
Ooh.
And that then went viral. So suddenly, this one of our clients, who was certainly having a really good time with her boyfriend behind what they thought were closed doors and private, was now on most men's websites that show very sexy naked women all over the world. So we went to action, and within a period of 4 months, cleaned it up for her entirely.
Wow. What happens if you come across a website, the guy says, too bad, I'm not going to take it down?
It happens quite a bit. And so in those situations, there are legal remedies. There are other remedies, too, because, look, what matters ultimately is how it's perceived in Google and Yahoo and Bing. And most people typically don't go that deep in terms of searching. So if you prepare a strategy that clears the first couple of pages, maybe even the third page, it's not overly expensive, and you can control your reputation.
But what does that say about the control that we've allowed companies like Google and Bing and other search engine companies to get over our information?
It says that it's out of control, and so much so that really 5 men, and a few more at Bing and Yahoo are controlling your reality. I mean, they really are. And our belief is that no 5 men or women should have that much power, that the power should rest back in the individual, that the individual should decide how he or she looks, especially if it's been if it's a good person who has integrity, and be able to control how they look. And and that's what our business does. It gives you back that ability. It gives your business that ability from being hijacked, from being unfairly judged, and from having all the negative repercussions that go from that, so you can gain your life back, and in the process build your business and have more opportunity and more success again.
A second chance.
A second chance, it's redemption. Yeah. Because today, without it, you're wearing the Google scarlet letter if you've been, maligned, and to us that's unfair. The next big thing that's going on, is this whole concept of for businesses today of how they grow online and what are the real fulcrums, because Google has become in many ways less relevant in terms of businesses and grow their businesses now.
All right,
we're going
to have to hold this because I've got to take my news break. Eric, please stand by. X-Zone Nation, Eric Schiffer is our special guest. A couple of websites, digitalmarketing.com and reputationmanagementconsultants.com. My name is Rob McConnell. This is the X-Zone. We'll be back after this short break. Don't go away. My name is Rob McConnell, and I would like to tell you about a very special lady that I have the pleasure of knowing, and that's Miss Sylvia Anthony. Sylvia Anthony believes the golden years are a time to gear up and get busy, not relax and take it easy. She has faced many hardships in her 84 years, but they have made her stronger and more determined. As founder and president of Sylvia's Haven, a shelter for women and their children near Boston, Sylvia has helped transform over 1,086 lives in the past 27 years, not only with housing, but also providing direction as to where they can go to develop the earning skills they want and need to live free from difficult domestic situations. Sylvia's Haven is everything to Sylvia Anthony, even calling it her magnificent obsession. Women who qualify for the program at Sylvia's Haven receive assistance via guidance counselors to find the appropriate job opportunity. Women and their children may remain at the housing for up to 2 years. At the end of this time, or sooner, a woman who is successfully employed and has an apartment or home may leave Sylvia's Haven to begin a new and independent life. Now this is where you come in to help make Sylvia's dream into a reality. Sylvia's dream is to have a Sylvia's Haven in every state to help as many women and their children as she can, and to help this dream come true. A crowdfunding site has been established which can be accessed at www.sylviasdream.org. Now that's www.sylviasdream.org. With your financial help and support, Sylvia Anthony will continue to help those in their time of need, not only in the Boston area, but with her dream of having a Sylvia's Haven in every state of the United States. Your help is needed to make Sylvia's dream come true. Please visit and give at www.sylviasdream.org. Once again, www.sylviasdream.org. And remember, the only difference between a dream and reality is just doing it. We need your help to make Sylvia's dream come true. Visit www.sylviasdream.org. Once again, www.sylviasdream.org. For the X Zone Radio TV show and the X Chronicles newspaper, I am Rob McConnell.
This is the X Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Exonation, speaking about contacting people, here's some more information about my very special guest this hour, Eric Schiffer. His website, his personal website, is ericschiffer.com. That's ERICSCHIFFER.com. On Twitter, it's at Eric Schiffer. And he also writes for Forbes magazine, so if you'd like to read some of the great articles that Eric has written, just go to Forbes, and you can find everything there. Now, if you have a company, or if you would like to get your reputation rebuilt, here's the website, www.reputationmanagementconsultants.com, and he is also the CEO of digitalmarketing.com. Speaking about marketing, online digital marketing, how does the social media aspect that has just kind of exploded affecting the online marketing potential?
Well, it's interesting. You have to go back in time and think about the fact that in 1996, Google was just coming into fruition, and Yahoo was really the dominant leader. Lycos was another one.
Oh yeah.
And and businesses really weren't leveraging it in that great a way to build themselves. And Google soon began to be known as this source of very credible, authoritative information that you could count on. And so people more and more began to go to it. And businesses discovered that, hey, this is a source of data that people trust. And if I advertise in this way, based upon key terms that they search for, I can actually begin to get really good quality leads. And businesses from 2000 to 2006 really started to grow. Those that figured it out built big businesses fast because you could scale the size of your business in a capital-efficient way and get people that had the intent to buy. Okay. Around 2007, as we know, 2008, social media began to grow. Facebook came into play. Twitter soon came into play thereafter. And other forms of apps that people could interface with. This then began and opened the door to sites like Yelp and other review sites that were social media driven in nature, meaning people would leave their reviews of different establishments. And what began to happen, especially over the last 3 years, is more and more people go to these sites, either through Google or direct. And there's more than 50 of them that review all different types of businesses. And so, before people make a buying decision now, and many times before they even begin their investigation, they go to these sites. So the businesses that have the best quality reviews and the highest volume